All right, everyone. Welcome back to Planet Zoo Career Mode Scenarios. I am Oberon Titania, and we are getting started. We just barely finished the Indian Casino remake into a zoo for Mr. Myers, and now he says he's sending us somewhere else. So let's find out where it is. Let's see, we just did the power struggle, so now... Ooh, Myers Rainforest. Where is South America? Okay. Myers Rainforest Conservation Project. There's something in the air at the site of the brand new Myers Rainforest Conservation Project. That's a mouthful. But it's not excitement, and it smells really bad. It's difficult enough building a zoo from the ground up. But in this case, you'll be starting from well below ground level in a disused quarry. And as it's a new zoo, you can expect plenty of teething problems. But as Dominic might say, you're just the dummy to placate them. The teething problems? Really? Okay, so let's go see what Mr. Myers has picked us for us now. Again, the medium difficulty, and let's get started. All right, so I just want to start by saying thank you so much for continuing to follow and like. I am so glad that you're still on this trip with me, and if you really like it, click that thumbs up. If you really like it, click that subscribe button.
Hello there.
It's Nancy!
Rainy Wales.
Hello!
From what I've been reading in the papers, I guess I was right about your boss, eh?
Yeah.
Good on you for sticking it out with him, though. I'm not sure I would have had the self-control.
No,
Listen,
there's
I
some
won't
perks.
take up too much of your time, but you might be
Oh.
getting some interesting news soon. I put in a word for you with a friend. Anyway, mustache, I think my dinner's burning. Keep your ears open.
All right. Bye, Nancy. Thanks.
Welcome to your
Well,
new
hello,
zoo.
Dominic. Thank you.
Except it's not actually a zoo yet.
Uh,
Now, before
yeah.
you start, you might want to clean up the site a bit. There's a teeny tiny chance that there are massive amounts of toxic waste here.
Ooh.
Even for a disused quarry, the land was extremely cheap. Oh, and also extremely steep. So I suggest you build a gondola ride to get the customers around. I mean, I say suggest, but that's actually a direct order. Also, looking
Okay.
around the area next to the building site, I couldn't help but notice a lot of very poorly animals. I expect they must have gotten lost.
Oh, really?
Really lost. Especially the snow leopards.
Oh,
How about
what?
I arrange for them to be rescued so you can make them healthy? I think that's the right thing to do. After all,
okay.
normally I'd have to pay for new animals. Plus, making them healthy again will really impress the inspector, who I just remembered is coming.
No.
All right, off you go.
Okay. All right, let's pause it for a second. So, Mr. Myers has bought this plot of land, and it's full of radioactive stuff. That's why he bought it, because it was cheap. You know, it's like an old mine, and you know something? I really kind of like how it looks, but I do understand that we have some things to do. So, all right, we have an open, okay, so there's the gate. Remove a toxic waste barrel. We just need to remove one. Well, we'll see. Adopt and place the rescue animals. Apparently he rescued, air quotes, some snow leopards and other things. Have at least 350 guests in the zoo. Right now I don't have a zoo, so I got 0. The silver. Have at least 8 habitat species. Build a suspended gondola transport ride. Have at least 600 guests. Okay. Earn a yearly profit of 15K. Receive a zoo inspection report with an overall star rating of 3. Adopt and place 1 giant panda. Well, that's interesting. A giant panda in the South America quarry with radioactive material. All right. So, let's see. What do I actually have here? I have nothing. Nothing, 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 nothing. Any facilities? Nothing, nothing, nothing. Okay, so we are literally starting from the ground up. Let's get going, guys. Hope you enjoy. And actually, it's from below the ground and up. But right now, welcome back. And as you can see, I just start cleaning up and getting rid of my first toxic waste barrel. Now, as I'm putting in the staff facilities, and I'm struggling with that for a bit, trying to figure out how they're going to get in this area, just give you an update on what's going on right now in my IRL. I am getting a handle on school, but it's still taking a lot. And I have a feeling that the intensity is just going to increase as the semester goes on. So like I said, I still am going to do these videos, but yeah, they might be more like 10 days apart instead of 1 week apart. But I will still put them out. So thank you so much for watching and supporting. Leave a comment about things you think I can do better or ideas. For instance, watching through this intro right now, I just got the most fantastic idea that I've never tried before in this scenario, is that I should actually just try to put steps between each of the steps in the mine area leading all the way to the bottom and work from there instead of doing it the gondola ride and trying to, well, you'll see what I do. I make a balcony or something for the guests to walk on. But so back to this scenario. The biggest thing about this scenario is the way the land is formed, or molded, I should say. It creates a havoc on placing paths. Not the path placing was ever easy in the first place, but you see me struggling with this bit right here. I do that throughout the entire scenario, just because the land is not straight anywhere. So just if you're going to try this, just remember, you have to be careful with the paths. Sometimes even when a path goes down, people cannot walk on it, as you will see during this little bit. Now, this is really the only time where I wanted to show you me struggling, because I wanted to actually show you me making the achievements on this. And so this is like the only time you'll see. Oh, I think I show you some of this when I do the panda. Look at that. You see where that door is? That's because the barrier doors link to the path, the bottom of the barrier. You have to be very careful with that, because the bottom of the barrier will sink depending on where you start. So I had to redo the entire barrier to get it like where it is now. And let's see. So I'm putting in Okapi. That's what I'm putting in first. And look, I have guests here already. See, that's the thing. The guests come in even when I don't have the animals in the habitat. And then they leave disappointed because there's no animals to see. It's like, don't come so soon. So this is the part I'm showing you. See that box right there? I just told them to move the Okapi to the habitat, and they can't because they don't register this as a path. There's blockages. See that person? They're not moving. Now they're moving. So I have to undo and reset that entire path, then try the Okapi, and this time it actually works. I don't know what that vet was thinking, because she totally ignored that. But it works now. They're in, and so I set it up just fine. Not a problem. But, so yeah, this is an interesting scenario. I've got it down. I'm very glad I got it down. I really do enjoy it. The layout of this map is fantastic. I wish we had more layouts like this instead of just in the scenarios. Like if they gave us a layout like this to start out with, say, a franchise, oh, that would be so cool. But that's for another day. And yeah, so during the rest of this scenario, like I said, I will be going through and showing you things I have finished, showing you maybe a little bit of the work and a few of the animals as I'm doing it. It will not all be fast-paced. There will be some parts where it's normal, like this. just like that. Because I've found out what to cut out when I make the videos. It's great. So I did a cut. I finished the okapi habitat. Did a cut. Now I'm moving over to the snow leopards, which is just really fun. I'm going to demonstrate a technique to you for digging holes when you don't have the terrain stamp tool or the terrain model tool. And I'll show you that later when I do the flamingos. But I did that here. That leopard would not stop for me, so I had to pause the game to find him. I had to do that here, and I created this wonderful cave for them. And it's where their shelter is. And now I'm just checking. This guy has a lot of escape points. You see all the lines going up the barriers, all the bright red discs. Those are all places this leopard can escape from. That's yeah. And then I just do a cut, and hey, they're all gone. It's all fixed. We're good. Now let's get the second leopard in there. And that's my 2 rescued, air quotes, species. So we'll just go from there. Yeah. Oh, and the panda he was talking about. Do you remember in Panda Park, that cute little baby panda that was born? That's the panda he's talking about. So we're going to see that little baby all grown up now. I think this is the first time we see her. So I'm excited for that. But that's going to be, like I said, that's going to be at the gold level, and I'm still at the bronze. But don't worry, I'm almost through with the bronze. After all, this is rescuing both of the okapi and the snow leopard, making them healthy, put the habitats in, get the guests up to 350. And I'm almost there. So, see, there I am. And all I have to do is get the guests up, and we are good to go. Oh, did I say something? Yep, there we go.
You can really tell you dealt with that toxic waste. The air doesn't taste
Hi,
like
Dominic.
batteries anymore. Yes, overall,
Batteries.
the zoo's definitely beginning to take shape. The customers seem happy, and best of all,
I have 2 habitats
none
in.
of them have developed respiratory problems as a result of their visit. Speaking of which,
Yes.
nice work nursing all those poorly animals back to health. It's a good job we rescued them and brought them into the zoo, eh? After all,
Hey.
the last thing we need is people being able to see animals outside the zoo for free. Oh, and one last thing. Now that the zoo is mostly clean, I'm arranging for Lin to visit from the other zoo.
See?
It's going to
Lin.
take a little time, though, so don't worry about it yet. Just worry about everything else.
Thank you. He was saying congratulations, Linden's coming, and yeah, all that other stuff. It's mainly fluff. Now we're going to focus on that area that I just showed a clip of. And I am looking for 6 other species to put in the zoo, so I have a total of 8 species for my silver award. And this is what I meant. So what I'm going to do is I grabbed some flamingos from the market. Now I put the bedding in, and when you put the bedding in, it actually changes the terrain, so you can make hills, holes, and caves with putting in stuff like that. So just want to show you that really fast. And now that the habitat's done, I have a flamingo in there. I'm checking that, yeah, no escape points, and he's happy. So we're good. He has water, he has land, and that keeper sure is happy. Look at that, everything's in the green, and I'm going to get this terrain up to green for him. And I'm not worried right now too much about enrichment. That comes a little later. See, in between all of these cuts, I'm building, I'm managing, and you'll see bits and pieces of it as we go through. But I decided maybe it would be okay if you saw me put down a building and then move the building, and then put down a building and then move the building. That's another way you can create holes and stuff, is move things around like that. But also, a lot of it is waiting for money to come up so that I can do things. For instance, every time I remove a toxic waste barrel, it costs me money to remove it. So I can't remove them all. I've done that before all at once, and I immediately went in the hole. I decided I wasn't going to do that again. So now I just try to remove them as they come up. So then we're just doing that, and we go right to another habitat that I put up. And apparently I decided I want to do avian species first, after the rescue animals. So I did the flamingos. They are doing really wonderful here. And then this one, I really want to start that education up, don't I? I am putting in an ostrich. There we go. Yeah, that's right. Let's see him. Oh, look at him. Not the box, please. There we go. Move away. He's quite taller than the female, huh? Oh. I like how they don't make him cartoon perfect. Yes. There they go. So I go for the avians here. I got my flamingos in and my ostriches in. Can't remember if there's any other avian species in the game right now. I'd have to look at that up. Emus? Cassowaries? I don't know if there's emus. Huh. Well, anyway. So there's that. Go through my standard thing right here. Make sure, I don't know why this top one isn't registering as a shelter, but it's there. Now, this space right here, the ostriches are going to share it with some warthogs, which truthfully I won't show the warthogs in the video. They're just something that had to cut out so that we could get through this scenario okay. I am so ready. All right, so I've been thinking about doing a franchise zoo. And what I've been thinking is, if I want to keep it to like the 30-minute segments or something, maybe what I should do is just say, what can I do in 30 minutes, and do a video of that. And when 30 minutes is up, my time is up. Can't do any more. What do you think? Yeah, let me know in the comments. I'll look at them. Or do you have an idea? That'd be cool. Right, what are we doing? Okay, so you remember he asked us to do this little gondola ride. He basically said it was a command. Anyway, well, it's okay. It's part of what I need to do, so I'm just showing you a fast motion of me putting it in. I didn't make it big. There have been times in this scenario when I tried to traverse the entire circle or go up or down or whatever, and you don't need that. Truthfully, if I wanted to, I could have just put it in, got the achievement, and then got rid of it. But I decided it's also a good way to bring guests in, and if I do it just in the small back area, it'll work all right. So once I put this gondola in, I actually am really pleased with it for the main part, and I'm actually able to put in other guest facilities like drinks and stuff. Look at that. And it works. So nice. And it's not that huge. I mean, truthfully, yeah. I mean, I got a good amount going on right now, don't I? Alright, so in the bottom area, I put in 2 species, the flat little area. I decided to split that little lake in half, and I put Baird's tapir, who are from South America, by the way. They can be a little picky, they're a little bit shy sometimes, so this was a good place for them. And then right next to the Baird's tapir, I put African buffalo. They're easy. They're just like American bison. They don't really require a lot. And they're not too picky about who sees them or anything, but I thought this was a good place to put them. So this is down at the bottom, and this was after wrestling with paths and facilities and all that other stuff. Putting in the habitats is not a problem. Not a problem. It's the pathing and sometimes the habitat barriers that really cause you to work for it. But it's so worth it in the end. Shh, listen to the rain. Okay, that's good rain listening. All right, and just as a reminder, I am Oberon Titania. If you are liking this, please give a thumbs up. If you're really liking it, go ahead and subscribe. I appreciate it so much, and I really do appreciate your comments. I'm just going to say thank you right now for any comments you leave. Some of them are really great and productive in letting me know what you want to see, or if you have ideas on how I can do things just a little bit different or streamline it. I'm still working on this, but thank you so much for all your support. Especially I'm getting a little bit stressed out through some of my schoolwork. It's just the projects. I'm really enjoying it, but I haven't worked with these programs for so long that I get a little bit frustrated sometimes when they don't do what I want them to do. Alright, so after this cut, I put in a grizzly bear habitat. That makes it 8 species in the zoo. I decided not to show you what Dominic said because he really didn't say a whole lot when I got the silver. He just said, congratulations, way to go, here's your next thing. Now, I'd already gotten everything else, so all I really need to do now is put in the habitat for the giant panda for Lin Lin. And then I'll get gold. Hooray! So, I mean, as you can see, I have done a lot of work here. A lot of building, a lot of gardening, decorating, just things like that. But right now, I think this is a great place to put the panda habitat. So I'm going to go ahead and start up right here. Boom. Cut. Start. There's the habitat. I gave Lin Lin a lot of space here. I know it's dark. That's just where it is, but I'm just putting in the... You know, now that I think about it, I don't think there's a door to this habitat. I think right now it's just a wall. I'm going to have to fix that when I'm done putting in these shelters and stuff for her, aren't I? Okay, let's find out. It's so dark. I apologize for that. There we go. Let's get the heat map up. Oh, you see that red spot right there? That means there's a radioactive thing over there. So what I've done to get rid of the radioactive is I locate it on the ground, I go underneath the ground, and I search for the barrel which is hiding behind the post. Then I click remove it for about 12K. Yeah, $1,200. Okay, so that's gone. And then I go ahead and put coolers in. Pandas, Asian forest, not South American rainforest. So I put in some coolers, but I don't cool it as like I cool the grizzly bear habitat. I cool it to about 20 degrees Celsius instead of 40, instead of the heat map of 40 degrees, the normal area. And it is going to be daylight soon. And that will help a lot because truthfully putting in plants and stuff during the night, you just have to guess where some things go and hope they turn out correctly. So we're just skipping ahead to the daylight. Yeah, reach search complete. Thank you. That's one thing I've done. And see that guy running? I put in a gate. Yes. All right. Here comes Lin Lin. Yeah, notice I have no viewing areas on the ground level for this. There's my gold star.
I'm must admit, I'm quite relieved. With all that toxic waste
Well,
around
thank you,
here, I was getting
Dominic.
quite worried about you not making enough of a profit for me. I
Oh,
jest, of course. But you did it.
uh-huh.
You're a bit of a financial wizard. I should have you do my
Financial
accounts.
wizard.
I
That's
mean the
me.
real ones.
It
And you
just
really impressed the
took me
inspector, didn't you?
16
She was very
years.
surprised to see a panda here. But I think Lin Lin should probably go back
Yeah.
home soon. This was just a short holiday for her. Extremely short.
This is a
Almost
holiday
as if she
home for
was
Lin Lin?
never here. So if
All
people
right.
ask,
Lin
she
Lin
was
was never
here.
here.
She's done her job though. Show
Sometimes.
the world you've got a panda, and suddenly people who weren't taking your calls are actually calling you. They can open a lot of doors, pandas.
Yeah.
Literally. They've
Literally,
sort of
huh?
got thumbs, you know.
I know Dominic has some... I'm glad he doesn't tell me a lot because truthfully he is very, very questionable. But now that we've done that, I'm going to just go ahead and show you some shots of the animals as we go through. The African buffaloes apparently like it a lot. There's plenty of babies. Sure is plenty of babies, isn't there? Look at that. Hello, little one. Shall I call you Harold? Or are you Lucy? I don't know. Nope, neither one. Ekon. Then we slide right on across to the bear's favorite pastime, swimming. That's why they like the water. They love to swim. And apparently they don't need a whole lot. They just need enough to cover their swimming needs. That cute little whistle they make. Yeah, there you go. Look at that animation. That's a rubber ducky. I don't know why he's red. I still haven't figured out why he's red. Because I didn't recolor him. Yeah. Okay, and I just went up the 3-4 levels right there. See, isn't that a nice little cave? I can do better, but giving the tools this scenario gives me, I think that's a nice little cave. Let's see, and then I'm just showing you a little bit more of the zoo. There's the food court. My flamingos. South America. I should probably put a cooler in there for them, but I don't think I worry about it too much. Look at that shot. That was a good picturesque shot, and then he went and scratched his wing. There you go, one S shape. Keep the center of balance now. Keep the center of balance. Oh, you lost it. You put your foot down. I wonder, do they ever do the S shape with their neck when both feet are down? Probably. Interesting thought, huh? Okay. Make a whole lot of noise there. That, I'm gonna figure out what to do with that water fountain. It's a great idea. Huh. I don't know. And then this walkway. You see, I put the walkway above. Like almost all the guests are looking down at the animals. Then I go through, see all the others, and then I zoom in. Lin Lin. She runs past her keeper, who's looking at his food. Mainly, Lin Lin is seeing through the gondola, which helps a whole lot, actually. Oh, I put in some windows over there. People in the line for the gondola can see Lin Lin if she wants to hang over in this area. Not really, as seen by her walking away. I wonder why she was running earlier. Oh, big furry animals. Approach with care. They will maul you if you don't. Look at it go. Alright, and then a few other shots. baby ostrich. Look at that cutie. Lower the head first and then the feet. And look, there's a shot of the family. That's a good shot of the family. Daddy, mommy, baby. Normally they have like more than one chick though. I don't know. Okay, and now, right, there was a baby okapi. So we started the zoo with the okapi, and I say we're going to finish the zoo with the okapi. He's just sleeping away. In fact, he's sleeping so long, I sometimes wonder if I should just leave it and not worry about showing you guys anymore because he's sleeping so long. But you know something? I think I got a notification that he's just about to grow up. So let's stick it out a little bit longer and see what happens. So move out of camera for a bit. Oh, as soon as I move away, he wakes up. You gonna grow up on me? He did. Oh no. Yeah, he was too big for that space. And that just... Oh yes, excitement of growing up, huh? So that was my baby okapi. Look at that. Look at those leg markings. That's pretty good. There you go. Yeah. The okapi can be a little bit shy. These guys are doing okay though. There we go, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a fun time and enjoyed this. It was really fast, I know. If you'd like me to make it a little bit longer, let me know in the comments section. Please leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you like.